Forgot to record the intro. So today's pie is from the Bangalow Bread Company in Bangalow in Northern New South Wales. So according to the sign, these are freshly made on the premises with local ingredients and should have steak in it and all sorts of yummy things. So looks quite nice, flaky on the top, nice golden brown, firm base, not overcooked, nicely held together. So first appearances are quite impressive. So let's have a munch and see what she's like. Halfway through my pie, you do have to say it's definitely flaky on the top. There was definitely chunks of steak in there. Don't think there's any mince as such, which is nice to see when they advertise it as a steak pie. It's a little bit chewy around the edges when you bite into it, and possibly just a tad on the dry side, I would have to say. Finished my pie. Interesting pie, I have to say. There was definitely steak in it, as I showed you, although the steak was a little bit dry, I have to say. The sauce was interesting. It's a kind of sauce I would have made if I was making lamb shanks or a pot roast or something like that. So a thick sauce. In terms of mushrooms, look, it turns out there was quite a good serving of mushrooms in it as I got through the pie. The reality of it is that the sauce was the domineering taste in the whole thing. The pastry itself, quite flaky on top. It was a little bit chewy, I have to say, where they're joined together, which made biting into it just a little bit difficult. What am I going to give it? I'm a little torn. It's been a long time since I've seen a pie with real steak in it, and certainly to that level and that quality. But I have to say, when you weigh everything up, sauce being the domineering effect, pastry a little bit chewy, and the meat just a bit on the dry side, I'm only going to give it a 3 out of 5. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that disagree with me with that rating for this place.
So today I had a peppered steak pie, and it definitely had steak in it. It had pepper in it as well. The pepper was not mixed with the gravy. The pepper is, some places tend to do, is literally just a lump of pepper at the top, just under the pastry bed. Personally, don't enjoy that, but it counts. It's a pepper steak pie. The pastry itself was flaky, and it was definitely made on the premises. It ticks a lot of boxes. It's a peppered steak pie, but unfortunately the gravy had this rich tomato base to it, or was it a rich tomato gravy? For that reason, I'm going to give it a 3.
Sarah hit the nail on the head. There was a real strong tomato based flavour in the pie.